Are you a prideful person? Find out today on Life Talks. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. This is Wife Steph, and my name is Frances Cantu. And today on Wife Talks, I wanted to talk about 7 signs that you might be a prideful person. Now, I am a type of person who does struggle with pride. So a lot of these 7 things are things that I have gone through. I'm going to keep it very real with y'all. I struggle with pride. So that's why I'm speaking on this, because maybe you know someone who struggles with pride, or maybe you are someone who struggles with pride and you don't realize it. I know in the very beginning of my Christianity, God got a hold of my heart and He said, "Girl, you need help. You are prideful. You are very self-centered, and you think about you and you only. And we need to take you out of that, because Jesus has called me to serve others, not myself." So today I wanted to talk about those things. Now, pride is the root of all sin. If you go back to the garden, that was pride. Name your sin, pride is at the root of that sin. In James chapter 4, verse 6, it says this: "God is opposed to the proud, but gives grace to the humble." So God does not like prideful people. God does not like pride. God likes humility. And when we come to God, we need to have a humble heart. In fact, the only way you're ever going to come to God is if you have a humble heart. That's just facts. You're never going to go to God when you're prideful. And it also says in Proverbs 16:18, "Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before stumbling." Okay, sign number 1 is this: lack of gratitude. This is someone who comes and says, "God, I deserve better than this. Can't you see that I'm doing all of these things for you? God, why are you doing this to me? I deserve so much better than this." We do not deserve anything. We don't deserve to live. We don't deserve to breathe, because we sin against a holy God. Okay? But in God's grace and in God's mercy, He gives us that opportunity so that we can serve Him. It isn't about us and what we can get out of this life. It is about His glory and His honor, and that's it. So, we don't deserve anything. Now, God has promised in His word that He will provide all of our needs. That's our needs, not our wants. So, we don't deserve anything. Sign number 2 that you might be a prideful person: outbursts of anger. I'm not talking about the typical every mundane day when you get upset about something. We all get upset. Again, we all fall short of the glory of God. So it's going to happen. We're going to get angry. I'm talking about this person who just flies off the handle about every single situation. If they aren't in control of something, they're flying off the handle. That's usually the reason that they fly off the handle, is because they're wanting to control something. They're wanting to control the situation, the person, whatever it might be. So this is someone who is just continuously angry. I don't know if you've ever met this type of person, but basically everything that they have to say is just negative and angry, and they have bitterness in their heart, and they're constantly probably talking about somebody else. This is also a form of anger that maybe you might not know, but a pouting anger. So this is someone who withdraws from a situation when they don't hear what they want to hear, and they kind of go off to themselves and they pout because they didn't get their way. Your girl does that. Okay? I'm a pouter. Guilty as charged. Okay? This is the person who is pouting over the situation, who is just like, woe is me, woe is me. Okay? Number 3 sign that you might be a prideful person is seeing yourself as better than others. This is the person who's like,
"Oh, I cannot believe they're singing like that."
Oh, how dare they?
Okay, we all sin. We all fall short of God's glory. We just sin differently sometimes. That doesn't mean that my sin is any greater than your sin or your sin is any greater than my sin. Number 4 sign that you might be a prideful person, a perfectionist. This is someone who drives and is just fueled by always getting attention. Okay, this is someone who will go to any lengths to seem as if they have more than they really have. They want to have the perfect house, they want to have the perfect children, the perfect husband. This is someone who is just so focused on every situation, again, wanting control of every single situation. Go to any lengths to get that. Number 5 sign that you might be a prideful person, talking too much. I'm not talking about the lady who just talks, the chatty Cathy. I'm not talking about her. Ladies, we all know we like to talk. That's just our love language. I'm pretty sure we all like to talk. That is a gift that God has given us. Okay, this is the person who talks so much they never let you get a word in edgewise.
Oh.
It's always me, me, me. Look at all the accomplishments I've done. Look at how far I've come. Look how I serve here. They are always talking about self. The conversation, no matter what it is, usually comes back to them. It's never about the other person. They're not a compassionate person. This is someone who doesn't seem to really care about your problems. Number 6 sign that you might be a prideful person, being unteachable. This is someone who does not take criticism, is not open to hearing what anyone else has to say about them. Especially as Christians, we are to walk in a certain kind of way, walk out the Christian faith in a certain kind of way. We are to be able to take rebuke. God will use anyone. God may use your children, God may use your husband, God may use a friend, a pastor, it doesn't matter, to rebuke you and to convict you of some type of sin that is going on in your life. And if you do not have an open heart and you do not have an open ear to hear these things, then you are not going to be able to be teachable and you are still going to struggle with that sin. Number 7 and final sign is lack of admitting when you are wrong. This is somebody who literally does not ever do anything wrong.
That's not me.
Never says the wrong thing, never does the wrong thing. It's everyone else. Can't you see? So-and-so did this. Oh, but so-and-so's doing this. That's why I reacted this way.
No, ma'am.
You are in control of you and your actions. And God's grace is sufficient and it's enough. And we are to lean on Christ, not on our own understanding. So, we are wrong sometimes. Not in every situation, but I'm talking about the person who never says that they're wrong.
Ain't never wrong. Ain't never wrong. Ain't never. Not once. Not ever.
Never apologizes, never repents, never asks for forgiveness. That's the person I'm talking about. All right, y'all, that's gonna be it for today's video. Like I said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I do all things wife stuff here, so if you're into that, please subscribe. And until next time, God bless y'all and go and be a light out there.